Well, hello, girls and boys, and dads and moms, and welcome to PJs and Pillows. Tonight's book is called Owl Takes Charge. Both the story and the pictures are by British author Nick Butterworth. Let's begin. "Oof, you're heavy," gasped Percy the Park Keeper. Carefully, he lifted a small tree into his wheelbarrow. "Still, you look very nice near my achoo." "Oh dear," said Percy. "I hope I'm not getting a cold." Percy began to rake over the bare earth where the little tree had been. Suddenly, with a snap, his rake broke. "Oh, thump," said Percy. "I'll have to fix you now." As Percy passed by the playground, he stopped to blow his nose. "Dear, dear," he sighed, "look at that. The roundabout needs painting. There's so much to do." "Hello, Percy," said the owl, suddenly landing next to him. "How are you today?" Percy sneezed again. "I think I must have a cold coming," he said. "Then you should be in bed," said the owl. "Come along." "Don't fuss," said Percy. "I feel—" "No arguments," said the owl firmly. "Now into bed with you." "But there's so much to do," groaned Percy. "I've got to make a new rake, I've got to plant that tree, and I've got to paint the roundabout." "Now, don't you worry, Percy," said the owl. "I'll take care of everything." And Percy closed his eyes. Outside Percy's hut, the owl stopped for a moment. Now, what did he say? Make, paint, and plant. Yes, I think that was it. She looked around and saw the little tree and Percy's rake. Ah, yes. Tree, rake, roundabout. The owl was very kind, but she was not good at remembering things. Make a tree. No, that's not it. Paint, or was it plant? I think I might need some help. A little later, Percy woke up and looked out of the window. Whatever were the mice doing with that paint pot? And where were the rabbits going with his little tree? Just then the owl came to visit. "What's going on?" said Percy. "Nothing for you to worry about, Percy," said the owl. "Would you like me to fan you with my wings? You look hot." Not far from Percy's hut, the fox and the badger were hard at work. "That should hold it," said the badger as he finished tying a rope around a big piece of wood. "Let me try," said the fox. "Not like that," laughed the badger. "Here, I'll show you." The next morning, Percy was already up and dressed when the owl arrived. "You look much better," she said. "I'm fine," said Percy. "I'm never ill for long. There's too much to do. Now where shall I start?" "Come with me, Percy," said the owl proudly. "We've been helping." "Hello, Percy," said the rabbits. "We planted your rake, just like you wanted." Percy stood and stared. Well, it's very kind of you, but I said make a rake, not plant it." "Oh, no, Percy," said the owl. "It wasn't a rake you wanted us to make." "What did you make then?" said Percy. "Oh, come and see," said the owl. "I don't believe it," said Percy. "You've made a roundabout." "It took us all night," said the fox. "It's wonderful," said Percy. "But I said paint the roundabout, not make one." "Oh, no," said the owl. "You didn't say paint a roundabout. You said—" Percy looked worried. Don't tell me, he said. You planted the rake, you made a roundabout. I suppose you must have painted my poor little tree. Just like you said, replied the owl. At that moment, 3 giggling mice appeared, carrying a beautiful painting of Percy's little tree. Oh, I see, chuckled Percy. That's how you painted it. It's lovely. What kind friends you all are. Can we go on the roundabout now? Said one of the mice. Of course, said Percy. Let's give it a spin. And that is the end of the story. So brush your teeth, give hugs to the people that you love, and have sweet dreams. Good night.